So I have made a bit of a mistake. I have miscalculated the service interval on the Kioti CK2610. I thought it was 500 hours that I needed to do the next maintenance, but it was actually 400 hours. So I'm a little overdue on the changing of the fluids, the filters, and all that stuff. So the Kioti CK2610, this thing, when I got it, it was a game changer for me. But as great as this tractor has been for me around the woodyard, I just can't help but wonder and think if maybe there's something else out there that could do things better and maybe be, I don't know, a step up. It's just got me thinking with having to do this, service maintenance. It's like maybe it's time to trade in or get rid of the Kioti. So I don't know, it's just, like I said, it's just something that's been on my mind. This thing's been great, but I don't know, maybe there's something else out there that's better. So let me introduce you to the Intrepid KM130 mini articulating loader. And let me tell you, this thing is pretty dang sweet. This mini loader is something that I have been wanting to try and see how it would work around the woodyard here. These things are mostly, these mini articulating loaders are becoming more and more popular with tree service, arborists, landscapers. There is a growing market here in the US for these things. And the Intrepid mini loaders are something that caught my eye, and I spoke to the dealer who is located here in Wisconsin. You're going to be meeting him here in a little bit, and we can go over all the features of this more in depth, because I have only actually been in the cab on the seat for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But in those 2 hours, this thing takes the operation here in the woodyard to a whole new level. Let's look at those tires on that thing. Oh, it can do a lot. And I'm going to be getting into showing what all this can do here. Like I said, I've only had about 2 hours in the seat to kind of learn the controls and learn the functions, but so far it's very nice. So the Intrepids are manufactured in Belgium. Shout out to Ludo over there in Belgium. And like I said, the dealer here in Wisconsin, he's in southern Wisconsin, his name is Chris. He runs miniloaders.com, where you can find all the information on these Intrepid mini loaders. And we'll be talking with him shortly. And yeah, today I'm gonna see how this thing runs around the woodyard here with various tasks and things that I need to do, and see how this thing compares to the Kioti, the tractor. Like I mentioned, in just the few hours that I've been in it, using it, it's on a whole different level. All right, so we are now here with Chris from miniloaders.com, and he is the gentleman who made this all happen. He is are you the North American dealer or?
I'm the North American importer and distributor.
Importer and distributor of the Intrepid mini loaders.
Yes, sir.
And you are out of Wisconsin.
Out of Wisconsin, yep.
The great state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So tell us about this KM 130.
Yeah.
Give us a little walk around.
Intrepid, I mean, it's a wheel loader. We call it a mini articulating loader. It's made in Belgium, and it's got a lot of functions, a lot of purposes. I mean, you can use it for tree care, you can use it for farming, you can use it for landscaping. It's got a universal mount plate on the front that allows you to put a lot of different attachments on it. So a machine like this is truly, you can call it a tool carrier and a mini payloader in one.
Like a Swiss Army knife of.
Exactly, yeah.
And you said something yesterday that kind of stuck with me, is like, these are like made for like material handling. Like that's
Correct.
the main purpose.
Yeah.
And so when you think of like in an application like firewood, that's what they'd best be.
Yeah.
Material handling as far as logs and like split wood, rounds, compared to like a tractor is more like, I guess, I don't know how you'd, utilitarian,
yeah, I mean,
like a utility.
The utility function is just different on a little tractor or a skid steer. I mean, a wheel loader, its purpose is material handling. I mean, that's what they were designed for originally. And then, you know, as time progressed, they got smaller and smaller. And in Europe, little loaders like these are extremely popular. And you know, compact wheel loaders like these originally come from Europe. That's where most of them are made.
So how long has Intrepid been around? Because this is the one thing where when I was down at the Paul Bunyan show, I was not aware at all of the Intrepid mini loaders.
Yeah, so there's quite a few brands out there. I mean, the last 10 years, the market's become pretty crowded as far as mini articulating loaders go. And we've been around for 6 years now.
6 years?
Since 2018. And these loaders have been built since 1997 by a small family-owned or medium-sized manufacturer in Belgium. So yeah, these guys have a lot of experience building and designing these machines and maintaining them.
What is the main feature that sets the Intrepid apart from other mini loaders and articulating loaders that are out there?
What's kind of unique on the Intrepid loaders is all of our machines are cab rear. That means you sit on the back piece of the machine as opposed to the front part. And the operator sits on top of the engine. So we have our engine located here, the operator is seated here, and that's a characteristic in the whole lineup of Intrepid loaders. So no matter what size, you know, the operator sits on top of the engine, so you have no butt, you know, sticking out with a with an engine here that results in tail swing. So it's a very compact and maneuverable machine that way.
And this is the 130, and
we have an 85 as well, which is the smallest one, which is actually probably the smallest wheel loader in the US, in the world maybe. It's only got a frame width of 32 inches. Obviously that's, you know, 2,000 pounds less operating weight than this. Then we have a 100 as well. That's a 3,000 pound machine. And then this is our 130, our 4,000 pound loader.
4,000.
Yeah.
And what is the width of, that's the other thing, these things are not, they are compact.
Wide. They're compact, yeah. So this machine as it sits here is 52 inches wide.
52.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's with the tires, right?
That's with the tires,
yep.
Yeah. And these are the widest, you know, flotation, turf-friendly tires that we can get on them. And that's typically what you want to have is, you know, the widest tire option on these machines. Otherwise, they become tippy. And the added advantage of wide tires like these is even less ground disturbance. You know, so a loader like this already doesn't have much impact on the surface it's driving on because it articulates.
Right.
And especially on a yard like this, you know, it's very, you know, friendly on the surface. So it's not like a skid steer that tears up, you know, lawns and yards and yeah. And for its weight, I mean, it has a very low, you know, pressure per square inch.
And you said that each of these wheels has its own motor?
Correct. Yeah. So there's
hydraulic
no axles, but there's 4 independent hydraulic wheel motors that power each, you know, hub.
Ah. Because I was noticing the other thing is that I have an old stump right there, and earlier I was driving over it, and like just the front wheel came up, nothing like, it like moved over the rough surfaces and terrain like almost independently.
Yeah,
Is that?
so it's quite smooth. It not only does it articulate like this, but it also oscillates. So the front piece moves independent of the back piece.
So like if you're driving over something like that stump, you can one wheel will go up, your rear both wheels stay down.
Right.
Yeah.
That, and you know, as it oscillates, all four wheels are always in touch with the surface,
with the ground.
And that's a feature of cab rear mini articulating loaders. Any loader where you sit on the front piece of the machine, you don't have that. Those frames are rigid.
Yep. All right, so let me know down in the comments what you think. Should the Kioti leave the woodyard and be replaced with the Intrepid, or what? Let me know what you guys think, and once again, thank you very much.